desert is a place that gets 10 inches or less rain in a year. Most deserts lose more moisture than what they gain. Some deserts are really very hot. There is a desert can reach out about 122 degrees. The desert in Antarctica is very cold. Most deserts have a low temperature at night. This is because the air is very dry. A desert is a landscape form of region that receives very little precipitation, 250 per annum.
The most prominent herbivorous mammals such as camels, donkeys, goats, sheep, and horses are currently domesticated in the hot deserts of the Old World. Foxes, hyenas, and numerous cat species such as leopards and lynx are massive carnivores. However, the largest species, the lion, has become extinct. Many desert birds are nomadic, which allows them to move to location where rain has recently fallen and there is a brief abundance of food.
The essential components for an organism's survival in the desert is by living underground or resting in burrows during the heat of the day. And organisms need enough moisture from their food so that they don't need to drink much water. And other organisms live along the edges of deserts where there are more plants and shelter. And the limiting factors that may affect them are that we all know that desert is a dry habitat and it's known for having limited rainfall, meaning it doesn't get much rain. And as a result, water is a limiting factor of the desert. And because the desert is notorious for an open area, shelters are hard to find in the desert.
The desert faces many environmental distress and challenges that forms as a threat. This includes overgrazing, woody vegetation clearance, water and soil pollution, as well as industrial activities. That is why it is important to learn on how we should conserve our desert. Activities that we help it would be planting, water management, and soil manipulation to ensure that our desert land stays healthy.
The desert is one of the biosphere's driest and most arid regions. There is little precipitation and the temperature are extremely high. Because of the harsh living conditions, there is little vegetation in the desert. Despite the condition, there is still a diverse range of species that must adapt to harsh living conditions. The desert biome is an important part of the earth because it is home to many animals and source of sand. Furthermore, a lot of oil is frequently discovered beneath the desert. The desert biome is also significant due to the existence of its own ecosystem.
Freshwater ecosystems are vulnerable to the water pollution that arises from human activity. Freshwater ecosystem refers to the water found in lakes, ponds, streams, and any body parts of water other than the sea. It supports a range of plants and animals. Ecosystem composition is shaped by the availability of oxygen, food, temperature, and sunlight.
In the freshwater biome, we can find different species that live in that particular area, commonly frogs and snakes. We can also find the top carnivores that also live in freshwater, like alligators and snakes, the top predators of freshwater biome. In freshwater, there are also mammals like pink dolphins, otters, and vital seals. These animals have the same feeding habits. They eat fishes that we can find in the freshwater, and there are more species that we can find in the freshwater biome.
Fish living in freshwater habitats have plenty of company, but when rivers, lakes, and wetlands are degraded, their ability to provide reliable supplies of clean water and to support species is compromised. Therefore, terrestrial biomes are defined in terms of these abiotic factors. Most aquatic organisms do not have to deal with extreme temperature or moisture. Instead, their main limiting factors are the availability of sunlight and the concentration of dissolved oxygen and nutrients in the water.
Freshwater is an essential for human survival and is a home to sea creatures. Despite its value and importance, freshwater habitats are being severely damaged and is quickly deteriorating. Threats include too much water use, which may degrade fresh water, the building of dams, and global warming, which may lead to devastating floods and droughts. Plans to conserve and protect fresh water should establish protected wetland areas, the use of pesticides, and create well-planned dams.
Freshwater is a vibrant biome full with natural wonders and other phenomena. Freshwater environment comes in a variety of shapes and sizes. Fish of various hosts swims amid the tall weeds in the search of insect to eat. King dolphins may also be jumping from a large river to catch a fish. Freshwater biomes are also fantastic in terms of composition, with everything building on the top of one another.